Am I on? Is it my turn? Welcome. We're going to defeat one of the hardest challenge in that game. It's a boss rush against all of the summons in the game, and then a bonus fight at the end, 5 round. But before we go right in, I want to just explain the build that we're using in the menu a little bit, just to give you like an idea of what's going on, because it's going to go very fast and there's going to be a lot of visual effects.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a team of Yuffie, Aerith, Tifa. Aerith is going to be our main damage dealer. You can see that she has 3 fire materias attached to 3 different support materias. That means the fire spell is going to have all 3 of these effects. The first one is Swift Cast. That means the fire spells are going to be very fast. Normally, like level 3 spells take a long time to cast. With the Swift Cast, it's essentially be instant. There's Magic Focus. It just makes the spell do more damage. More damage, number bigger. And MP Absorption, it converts 0.2% of the damage dealt back into MP for Aerith. 0.2% does not seem like a lot, but Aerith also has equipped the Genji Glove, which allows her to break the damage the damage cap of 9,999. So she can do 5 digits of damage instead of 4, and she will be doing that a lot. And the spells she'll be throwing out will be essentially be paying for themselves. So that's Aerith. Here we have Yuffie. Yuffie's not really going to do any kind of attacking. She's just going to be spamming the same attack, the same move. It's not even an attack. It's a dodge move over and over and over. So for that purpose, her weapon has no, actually it doesn't. She has the Speed Demon Keychain accessory, which makes it so she regains ATB, a little bit of ATB whenever she uses an ability, and she has the speed materia, which increases her speed. The speed stat increases how much ATB you generate, and also Tifa will cast haste on her every time. All these effects stack to make it so Yuffie can just spam the same skill over and over and over. And by doing that, she will be spinning a wheel that Aerith places on the ground, which generates ATB for the other ones. That's Yuffie. And finally, we have Tifa, which is mostly going to be support and backup. She has some of the materials that couldn't fit, like the time materia and the empowerment materia to make Aerith stronger. Also, I forgot to mention, so Yuffie has the skill that whenever she uses an ATB ability, her limit gauge increases. Sorry? Okay.
Yeah.
Cloud, how go your travels?
All right, let's get that speedrun started.
Right, the gist that we're building up to is that Yuffie is going to run a hamster wheel that is going to make Aerith very powerful, and also Tifa as backup.
She's also going to generate a lot of limit gauge for the other ones.
Right. All right. So Kujata and Phoenix. Now, the first thing that we have to do is to narrow the field. So we're trying to lure Kujata over to the wall so that he's out of the way. And then we have him sleeping like a log. Okay, so now we just focus on getting the hamster wheel set up. Yeah, there it is. Yuffie's in the ATB ward. She's using Brumal Form, so she's just generating a whole bunch of ATB by just teleporting back and forth. Now, we're hitting Phoenix here because we want Phoenix to, like, be pinned down and, like, not moving around, so that, like, once Kujata is down, the barrier that's on Phoenix is going to go down. However, Phoenix is then going to try to resurrect Kujata, and that will also do a whole bunch of fire damage to us, which we do not want. So once we take down Kujata, we need to be able to take down Phoenix basically immediately. Yeah, Kujata's... Yep, he's down. So now we gotta get Phoenix out. And there we go. That is how the principle of the hamster wheel works. All right, next is Titan and Bahamut. Titan's gonna cast a barrier over himself, and okay, yeah, Bahamut's decided to go after Aerith. He can kind of randomly decide to either put up his own barrier immediately or go after Aerith, and this time he chose to go after Aerith. But yeah, we just stunned them by taking down their barriers both at the same time. And so once again, we need to narrow the playing field by making Titan the sleepy one in this fight so that we just focus on Bahamut. Bahamut can be kind of a tricky fight given how aggressive he is, and also how dangerous he can get. Like if you allow him to charge up his attacks multiple times. However, we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. I should also mention that at the start of every round, Pauline is applying a whole bunch of buffs to the team, like haste, bravery. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bahamut's not even gonna... We're not even gonna have to, like, cripple his wings. We can just take him down before he finishes charging. Alright, so now we just focus on Titan before he can generate a new barrier over himself. There we go.
I like to finish each fight, if I can, with just a Tifa limit break, because it just looks cool.
She's so cool.
All
right.
You got time for some
Odin
donations.
and
Got lots of love coming
Alexander. All right, so Alexander is almost completely stationary. Sometimes he'll decide to... sometimes he'll decide to teleport to the other side of the arena. But Odin is kind of a more tricky fight in that he has what's called, I think, an entertainment gauge. Basically, if we don't engage with him enough, like by causing him big damage or like doing perfect blocks, then he'll get bored. And if he gets too bored, then he'll just end the fight. Like he'll just instantly kill you.
Yeah, but I threw a fireball at him, so now he's just mad.
Yeah, he's mad, so he's teleporting out for a certain period of time. However, if Alexander goes down, then he has to come back because you can't just have no enemies like in the arena. Yeah, Alexander, kind of similar to Bahamut, also has like, whoa, don't even get a chance to explain. Yeah, he has his left and right arms, which you can cripple to pressure him, and he's staggered already. And yeah, with 10,000 damage, he's dead. All right, so Odin now has to come back, and he does crave the big damage, so we have to oblige him now.
Do you have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, donation's fine right now.
We have $100 from Medibot towards the National Women's Law Center. They say, Pauline, everybody in the Pixie Palace is cheering for you.
Thanks,
Bless you, and
Medibot.
thank you for supporting electronic sports. And I have an update on that bonus Pipe-tastic 100% run. We passed the $1,000 mark, so we're about 60% of the way through to that $1,750 goal. Thanks y'all so much. Keep it up. I know we can make that incentive. And we also have a newly opened bonus 1B task. It's level 1 B-side for Celeste. That's for $2,000 goal, and we need to reach that by the end of Celeste. So remember to get those donations in if you want to see those incentives.
He just had to do the worst thing that could happen. He turned you Fatal Frog, which means I don't have my hamster wheel.
Yeah, that's the problem with Greg, is that he has these attacks that will like do status effects, and the worst one is to turn your teammates into frogs, because then they can't do things like you can't get in the hamster wheel.
She's almost out of frog. Okay, there we go.
All right, she's no longer a frog. Greg is kind of similar to Phoenix in that he has a tendency to push your teammates around on the field. However, unlike Phoenix, he actually like attacks while he's doing it. So, yeah, we're not as big of a fan of Greg at the moment as we would usually be.
Stop trying to turn me into a frog, please.
Yeah. He also did his Sans Undertale attack, where he just does a whole bunch of 1 damage all at once. Alright, so he's cranked out the busted sword and the Massey Mooney, which means that it's time to show him big damage as well.
Do you have time for another quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We have $25 from P. Roger, who says, hello, everypony. Thank you for a fantastic event. Good luck in your run, Ragny. Yay!
All right, so chat, I have a math problem for you. Gilgamesh is at 225 stagger, and Aerith is about to throw at him a fireball at a velocity of 300 kilometers per hour. How much damage do you think that'll do? Here's a hint, it's going to be a 5-digit number. That was 77,000 damage. With the right setup, you can get to the 5-digit damage cap of 99,999. I didn't quite have it. Like, the frog thing just sort of rattled me.
All right, so now we have to fight not Sephiroth. It's Virtual Sephiroth. Virtual Sephiroth is a stronger version of Sephiroth that Chadley created, so so this is like the trickiest part of the run. Yep, and we can kind of see why, because he'll use shadowy chains, which he'll use it to target your teammates like one at a time, and if he hits them with it and you don't do a perfect block, they get paralyzed. And all right, so now Yuffie's alone in there.
Yeah, no, because Yuffie's not gonna do this alone. So I have to, if that happens, I have to cast Barrier just to alleviate. There we go. I did it correctly this time.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to be able to get your teammates to survive his limit break.
Somehow he whiffed. I don't know how that happened. Because even if he doesn't get everyone, eventually he will just do his limit break anyway. So he'll do his limit break on the other two. There we go. But as soon as we are out of that, it's going to be fireball time.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, he's going to do his limit break, so we need to make sure that they can survive this.
I'm going to cast Barrier again, just in case.
Yeah.
No more games.
So the barrier's about to fall off. Whoops, why did I do that?
Whoops.
Throwing at the towel.
Well, they're alive.
Small mercies.
Yeah. All right, get back in the
well-
hamster wheel.
With all this like damage he did, our limit gauges are very high, so that's why we have Tifa here as backup. Because now
Yeah.
Tifa's just gonna juggle him.
Good to go. So it's my turn? Can you take over? It's on you. I'm your one-stop club right now. Too bad. So sad. Prominent twist. Too bad. So sad.
I think he's gonna do Shadowy Chain. So a trick is that if you do a I don't have one, but if you do a synergy abilities, it doesn't work. Like it just interrupts him. Even if it's refocus. Refocus is not an attack, it's just a buff, but while they're doing their animation for refocus, it still doesn't they don't get hit by Shadowy Chains.
Tagging out. Get fired up. Here I go. Too bad. So sad. Try and keep up. Too bad. So sad.
Oh, he's changing element to fire, so now I have to use the one ice spell that I have. This is basically the one reason why we have the S spell, that and Phoenix.
Yeah, because he'll just decide to be immune to a type of magic, and the first one is always fire.
Ready or not, here I come. This is gonna hurt.
Oh. Oh, he's changing to ice as I'm throwing a fireball at him, and whoops, he's dead.
Oops.
That's time.
That's a good word to describe me.
That's the run.
Legendary.
Wow.
You can do it very, very fast. If I may, I can show some glitches if we have time for that.
Let me check in on that, but while I check in on that, you go ahead and give any shout outs you might have. We'll see.
Shout outs to SGF Discord, who's lovely and always very supportive of all the shenanigans I do.
Yes, we love you.
Also, shout out to my cat, who is sitting on my desk very well behaved and not standing in front of the screen like he likes to do. Isn't that right, Onion? You like to step in front of the screen because you don't want me to win.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Wins.
All right. Pauline, since you nailed that so much, if you have time for just a few glitches to show off, we have a little bit of time if you'd like to share.
I'm just gonna load a save file I made for this, just so I don't have to like switch the materias around.
Yeah.
While you're loading that up, I'll go ahead and read a couple donations. We have $50 from Krista, who says trans rights.
It's so good to
And thank you so much for that donation. We also have
it down.
$50 from Umrog T-Burn, who says, yay, NWLC. Thank you so much. Again, National Women's Law Center. That's where we're all here supporting. Thank you so much for that incredible donation. And again, we're currently working towards that bonus Pipetastic 100% run. We are about 60% of the way through it. We have less than $700 left to go. And that's our next run is Superstar, an EP by Margot. And we just blitzed through this Final Fantasy VII Rebirth run. So we are running out of time for meeting that. So let's get those donations in. Make sure to mark it towards the incentive if you want to see it. It's really awesome Super Mario World Kaizo run. With really fast-paced level, really difficult, lots of pipes, super fun. You don't want to miss it, so make sure to get those donations in now.
All right, I'm just building up ATB. You can keep reading donations because I'm just setting up for the glitch.
Awesome, thank you. And then a quick reminder as well too for that, there's that bonus 1B task Celeste run also, another incentive that we're working towards, and the bid war for Name Madeline. Right now, Trans Rights is winning with $50. Thank you so much for that donation. And if you have other things you want to submit for that bid war, now's the time to do it as well. And we also have $100 that came in from Danny, who says, love to support NWLC, gender equality and trans rights. Less than 3. Thank you, Danny,
Thanks, Annie.
for that donation.
Sorry, but I got it.
All right, so here's how this works. So when you do a fight in the combat simulator and Kachi's here and the Moogle is out, And then the fight ends. The Moogle, for whatever reason, despawns instantly and then respawns for his victory animation. But then something weird happens if you have a synergy ability going on at the same time. So Aerith is going to cast a big fireball at this elephant and destroy it, and we're also going to start a synergy ability at the same time. So the Moogle's gone, and now Cloud is just floating. That's it. That's a glitch. There's no use for this. It's just funny. It works with all of Catchy's synergies, but the funniest ones are definitely Cloud and Barret, because they specifically climb on the Moogle, and then the Moogle despawns, and then it just looks like they're floating in an awkward way.
Tifa is also kind of fun. Because, when she does like a spinning throw, I think. But like, since the Moogle despawns, it looks like she's just like levitating Catchy, I think.
That's gonna be it for me.
Yep.
Thank you for having me, everyone.
Awesome.
I never know how to say. I never know what to say at the end of these.
Thank you so much, Pauline. That was incredible. That was so fast. You speedran your own speedrun. That was amazing.
Yeah, I feel a little bad because I had a like double the time, and then I just kept getting better and better by the time the Frost Fatale happened. So I was like,
love to see it. You knocked it
no,
out of the park. That was amazing.
My estimate was way too generous.
No problem at all. Thank you so much. Chat, let's see a round of applause again for Pauline. That was incredible. Amazing. I was not